So, good day, everyone, people and Earth ecosystem. So, by the way, that is our course today, people and Earth ecosystem. So, at this space, we are given the topic to discuss about people and forest. So, by the way, we are the group 3. I am the group leader, Miss Abelong Gracie Joy. So, we're going to discuss the learning objectives in this topic, which is first, what is forest? Three types of forest, on the significance of forest to human, and what are the human activity that affects our forest. Also, ano nga ba yung condition ngayon ng forest natin at this generation in Philippines? So we will cover that. So let's begin. So I'm going to pass the next slide to my member, Miss Milona as Rika to discuss what are the types of forest and what is forest.
Good day, I'm Milona Rica Isu. Today, I will discuss about the forest and the three types of forest. We already know what is forest. Forest is the large of area covered with many trees and other vegetation. It plays a crucial role in maintaining the ecological balance of the earth, providing habitats for the diverse range of species. There are three main types of forest. First is boreal forest is located in the Earth pole has characterized cold climate, and the second is temperate forest, is located in the mid-latitude have a moderate climate, and the last is the tropical forest, also known as rainforest, is located in the near in the equator have a hot and humid climate. The Philippines is located in the near in the equator, so we expect the forest in the Philippines is tropical forest. This topic is only focused on tropical forest. So, in 1521, it shows na masagana pang ating kagubatan na meron tayong 92% of forest in the our country kaya sinakop tayo ng mga banyaga. Noon dahil sa sagana na meron tayo na mga resources na pwede nila makuha, this it as a crown property, pero since yung sistema natin is di pa talaga direkta na intellectual development kaya nasakop tayo ng ibang bansa at kinamkam ang ating mga ari-arian. Through generation, makikita natin paubos ng ating gubat.
Good day, everyone. I'm here in front of you to discuss the significance of forest to people. By the way, I'm John Frederick Queen B. Mabalda, the reporter. So, what comes in your mind when you say significance? So, significance meaning the importance o yung kahalagan ng forest sa tao. So, para bang pinapakita dito kung paano tayo mamumuhay na may gubat. So, baba ng aming presentation, this is the summary of how forest benefits our humankind. Just like Melonas Sorica said, the Philippines are crown property. So, para bang mas pinili ng mga ibang bansa na sakupin tayo, like the bang Hapones, kasi yung Pilipinas ay masagana sa gubat. Dependence on forest. Dependence on forest has three kinds: relied resources, provide livelihood, and conserve wildlife. Relied resources. This is the essential resources: food, water, shelter, medicine, and fuel. Meaning, this what people needs: the food, water to live. Provide livelihood. Provide livelihood and relied resources are connected to all because meaning support our survival needs. Survival needs meaning the food, the water. Conserve wildlife. It keeps our plants and animals from extinctions. So, the forest protect the plants and animals from ending up. So, para bang pinoprotektahan ng forest ang mga animals tsaka plants para hindi mawala. Cultural significance. From the word cultural meaning cultures. Forest provides a range of products for traditions, ceremonies, from food and beverages to costumes and musical instruments. So sa panahon ito, ang mga tao ay kinikilala na ang forest ay isang sacred. Kaya gumagawa sila ng mga traditional ceremonies. Some patches are of forest are considered to be sacred. Gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, may iba't ibang sulok ng forest ay pinupuntahan nila para maipakita o maipahalad ang kanilang pagiging isang mamamayan noong 1990s.
So, indigenous wisdom. So when we see indigenous wisdom, it reflects it is from the indigenous people. So according to study, the climate change experts have this study that they have concluded indigenous people are the last line of defense in the world's forest recover. So paano nila na-conclude yan? So because indigenous people possess a valuable knowledge and practices of sustainability forest management. Makikita natin na meron tayong mga um, like mga organizations that sustain our forest, but when it comes to indigenous people, masyadong iba yung sistema nila because they are living through in a traditional way that it protects, not just it protects, but also in a healthy way na hindi nila nasisira, but providing a life and producing a sustainability of forest. So yun yung pagkakaiba nila ng indigenous wisdom of indigenous people to us. So they are recognizing and respecting the rights and expertise is a crucial for effective. So makikita natin that living through an indigenous people are really important because they are helping the forest to recover. Not of us because people in this time are really, you know, irresponsible. We are not fond of realizing or appreciating the rights of our forests to our lives. So next space is
Good day, everyone. My name is Jamal C. Casalain, and I will going to continue our discussion about people and forests. So, as you can see in the as you can see, there has two photos. The first photo show a forest that is healthy in time of primitive era, and the second shows about deforestation occurs. So, what do you mean by deforestation? So, deforestation is a process of clearing or removing a large area of forest or trees, typically for purposes such as agriculture, logging, or urban development. So, ang deforestation is sa aton sa waray natawag siya kaingin. So, ang kaingin damo siya process ginhimo siya for pag-uma, for agriculture, and for like maghimo sila sa mga um, um, mga crops. Tapos maghimo mga subdivision nagkakaingin sa ginihimo nila kuan. So that is the process of deforestation. So it is an activity can significant environmental consequences including of loss of biodiversity. You know that biodiversity is very important nowadays because it's balanced the ecosystem. And now these are the problems and threats to forests. There have five problem threats to forests. First, changing climate. Changing climate is a human activities that makes a climate abnormal that affects everything. So the example of changing climate change, it is an increase in average temperatures over several decades. This warning trend is evident through rising temperatures, melting glacier, and shift in weather patterns. So climate change is a very rampant issue nowadays. So we are suffering climate change, and it's very important to know and how important this problem to solve because climate change has done a great impact in our forests. First, if climate change has has a climate abnormal that can affect everything, as I can say earlier. So the second problem that threats the forest is the natural disaster and disturbances. So forest insects, outbreaks, disease, epidemic, droughts, floods, hurricanes, windstorms, landslides, and etc., and also volcanic eruptions are kind of natural disaster. So, if magkamay-ana sin kuan bagyo, syempre ma-affect aton forest kay naman kay 'di ba sa pag nagabagyo 'di ba sa aton didi ni typhoon an aton forest kadamo sa mga trees ang nautod as kadamo sa trees ang naapektuhan. And also, pag kulang na trees, nadala nasulod and flood. Kay waray na kasi, once kasi nga may nagbagyo, tapos nag-umpisa ng mga kuan, so, magkamay-ada kit landslide. So, landslide has a great also problem that can affect our forests. Third is the environmental degradation. So, it is a natural environment is that is compromised in some way. So natural degradation, it is um, it is a very crucial problem because degradation um, is due to deforestation and some unsustainable agricultural practices. So sa degradation is na di na occur in soil erosion, tapos and the fourth one is logging and mining. Logging and mining is a systematic cutting of forest. So sa logging and mining, di ba sa Philippines also ang magmimina. So pag nagmimina kit, ang aton forest na apektuhan luwat kinaman. So mo as nagmimina na sa nga tao or ang isang ang magmimina kit, syempre magmimina at mag-utugit mga puno kay in order for us to mine golds. And also, usa lang siyang rason nga nakaka-apekto sa aton forest. And the lastly is industrial impact. Industrial impact is a chemical garbage and waste that are produced by the community. An example sin is ang mga factories gagamit siya for paghimo sa mga buildings sa kuan like cucumber, di ba ang cucumber gikukuha man siya sa forest like ang cucumber kasi nakukuha man siya sa coconut. So abuses of the country forest eventually harmed the population. The massive floods brought the typhoons using Uring. In Ormoc in 1991 and Ondoy, Quetzana in Metro Manila in 2009 were just two of the disaster blamed on massive deforestation. Lush forests and watersheds could have held large amounts of rainwater that otherwise flowed in the communities, experts said.
Okay, let's continue. The next slide talks about the sustainability forest management. So as you can see in the data, we have gathered it from DENR. So it says that the sustainability or sustainable forest management practices promote responsible logging, biodiversity, conservation, and long-term health of forest. So let's focus on Region 8. It says here that in Region 8, for about 3 ano, 11,323 area of forest from 1960 to 2022 had been recovered according to data. So in table 1.05 continued the priority critical of watershed supporting the national irrigation system of NIS to 2022 area of hectares. So as we can see here in Region 8, that's 552,707.5 hectares of watershed has been preserved for supporting the national irrigation system. From Sundara River watershed to Katubig River watershed up to Uban River watershed that the DNR has protected. So instead of the DNR data shown lately, we have here the data that the researcher have studied about the Philippine forest land area data. So you can see that the data is increasing from 2010 to 2022. It says here that the forest area or the percent of land area in the Philippines was reported at 24.23% in 2021 according to the World Bank collections of development indicators compiled from officially recognized resources. It shows that the increasing use of forest and land area of human from 2010 to 2022. It shows kung gaano na natin nagamit yung area ng forest for urbanization. There are a lot of factors: urbanization, crafting, and also the large um, enlarging or increasing population. So, dito nakikita na nauubos na ating forest. So, there is a trivia that how many of you know that there are only one forest left in Manila? It is the last remaining forest park in Metro Manila, at the capital of the city in the Philippines. However, the park is now being threatened, including its biodiversity, due to the plan of local government to put up a gym inside. So this will again result in the cutting trees, similar to what happened when the office of the Division of City was constructed inside the forest. So isa na lang yung natitirang forest sa city, which is located siya at the Arcoceros Forest Park. Ginagawa siya ngayong park. Well, actually, sabi dito, it was threatened because at nowadays, tinitreaten yung property na land na yon kasi gagawin, yung una is gagawan sana siya ng school, but yung mga nangangalaga doon is hindi sila pumayag. And also, now, ginagawa siyang, tinitreaten siya na gawin siyang gym. With that, puputulin na naman yung puno, which is not very it is very crucial kasi isa na lang yung forest dun sa Manila and then puputulin pa. And it says also in the study that forest is the lungs or forest park is the lungs of the city. So ano na lang yung mangyayari kung puputulin at gagawin gym lang. So when it comes naman in outer side, or but it's still in Manila, there is Masuki Ranger Forest or Masungi Watershed Geo Reserve, the last defenders of Philippine forest. This is from the report of CNA, which is the conservation efforts. Ito yung dito pinapakita yung mga defenders ng forest in the Philippines. Dito is the Masungi Georeserves is conservation area located on 47 kilometers outside the Metro Manila. And the fact that it is the one of the last remaining forest around the capital. Although yung Asoceros forest, it is the center of the Manila. It is the last remaining forest park in Manila. Pero when it comes kasi sa forest, it is a large biodiversity covered with trees. So as the study says, there are only one. There are only one remaining. And there are a lot of news about this pa. The next page is this Masungi defenders. Let's introduce this Kuya. This is Kuya Kukan Maas. He is from Mindanao. also one of the defenders of Masungi forest. And also, there are a lot of people govern this Masungi. But the main factor is that the DNR or the DENR or other organization and association are not supporting them because of the memorandum of agreement that has implemented by the engineer of the founder of the Masungi Geo Reserve, which is Ben Dumaliang. He is the founder of this Geo Reserve Defenders. But then since the agreement or the paper that they are yung pinanghahawakan nilang papel dito is nagiging expired na siya, people are threatening these defenders because they are protecting the forest, which is kino-conserve nila yung land na huwag patayuan ng iba't ibang infrastruktura kasi nga nasisira yung watershed line ng forest doon. But people, because people are greedy, kailangan nila ng pera, and then yung lupa is katulad nga ng sinabi kanina is yung MOA nila is nag-expired na. So, tinitreaten nila yung part na yon na tayuan. And then, yung mga defenders is ayaw nila. So, there are war against the people lived in Masungi Forest or Masungi Barangay in the Masungi Defenders. Nagkaroon pa sila ng sagupaan, which is nagkaroon sila doon ng barilan. And they are, but still, the defenders are pinahahawakan nila yung part nila na pangangalagaan ko talaga yung forest because I understand how the forest contributes to us. Yung part na yung forest is for people, but people are greedy because they think that I can do that naman and I can do that and it's for order for me to live, not understanding that it is for temporary lamang. Because they are preparing to create a resort. Well, actually, may na-create na resort doon sa Masungi. But, since yung mga defenders is ayaw nila kasi nga nasisira yung conservation ng water, nilock nila yung area na yon, which is nagkagalitan ngayon dalawang grupo. But still, when we are looking at the perspective or the purpose of the Masungi defenders, I understand that they are just protecting because it is for us. Yes. So threats of being a ranger. So as you can see, there are pictures here that in May 21, there are forest captured center, I guess, in the side that they are burning the forest. They are cutting the woods. And also, the defenders are they're threatening the life. Like may sequence dito na yung isang defenders is de-threaten yung pamilya niya, which is in normal people dapat ma-threaten ka, dapat kailangan mo nang mag-back out. But these people are they are so very consistent because they understand what is the importance of forest to human. So these defenders have conserved and turned the forest into a healthy one. So in 1996, as you can see, the forest is very lame and also covered with cut trees. But they recovered it. So as you can see, there are a lot of contribution of these defenders in our life. They are preventing the climate change. They are preventing the deforestations of humans, the erosion. So in 2021, for 8 consecutive years, the Philippines was named the deadliest country for environmental land defenders in Asia. So at this case, yung Pilipinas ay napangalanan as the deadliest country in environmental land defenders in Asia. For between 2016 to 2022, how many of you know that 166 defenders have been killed? And yung point pa dyan is, yung pumatay is, yung bang walang hustisya. Yung, yung iba is namatay dahil sa baril. Yung iba is sinunog yung bahay. That is, yun yung mga bagay na nangyayari nowadays. Na kung sino pa yung gustong maprotekta, yun pa yung mga bagay, yun pa yung mga tao na kailangan nilang itiwalag. Main of the reasons of this is our developing economy, which is yung mga tao is mayayaman, and then sila yung mga may kapangyarihan at behind of this, building instruction and then mining, which is yung mga tao na tayo lamang, nananahimik tayo dahil pinoprotektan lang natin yung life natin. So it says here that it's a cycle of tragedies where human are both culprits and the victims. That's all. Thank you.